So as you can see, I've collected quite a collection of fans over the last few garbage days, okay? Why don't we take one of these here fans apart? Okay, so I am going to take apart a fan. Write down in the description, real quick, how much you like my beautiful voice. Doesn't that sound great? Okay. So, I'm taking apart a fan, and this fan is ethnically sourced. Give me a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up right now for this ethnically sourced fan, which is ethnically sourced. I deserve a thumbs up for that. It's ethnically sourced. Ethnically sourced fan. So I'm going to take apart this fan. It won't spin when I turn it on and mess with the buttons. It's missing the front part of the fan thing and stuff. So I'm going to take this one apart. Okay. Here we go. So first I start by unscrewing this screw here. Get that up. I'm going to try to take this off. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss more of my videos with such a nice voice. And give a thumbs up for the ethnically sourced fan that I'm taking apart today. It's an ethnically sourced fan. Okay. Okay. So just pop that up there. Pop that up. Look at how dusty it is. Now you have to dust it off. Okay, so I'm vacuuming it off here because it's a little dusty in here. Give me a thumbs up for vacuuming the fan and make sure you subscribe. You should subscribe since I'm vacuuming the fan, shouldn't you? And I'm using an ethnically sourced fan. Everyone's doing it. Okay, so now that lovely vacuum sound is over. And now I'm screwing the heck out of that little wrench thing there that I'm wrenching off. Gotta get the right size there. Got kind of a funny setup. Gotta unscrew this little wrench looking screw with a wrench end. Okay, so it's almost out. Just a little more screwing. Just a little more. Alright, there it is. It has a nut too. Alright, then I can pull this piece of plastic off. Oh, there's some springs in there. Sticking in there somewhere. And yeah, there's a spring there. That's a little spring connected to a piece of plastic. Got those separated. And there was a ball bearing also. Alright, and then now I'm unwrenching another screw here. There it is. There's another screw. Getting some more screws undone. Let's undo this screw. Gotta unscrew them all. Alright, so now I'm unscrewing this piece of plastic here. Piece of plastic hanging on there. There's the screw. There's the plastic. And, yeah, more screwing to do. All the screws gotta come out. Alright, There's a screw. There's a piece of plastic junk. Alright, now I'm going to try to get this little thing unpinched. It's a pincher that pinches the cords together. But, see, I only got the plastic piece off. The aluminum inside is still connected. So, I bungled that up. That's too bad. Okay. Yeah. More screwing to unscrew. Let's get all those unscrewed. Everything must go. The whole fan must be unscrewed. Everything must go. That's what you do when you take apart a fan. You take everything apart. If you're going to take apart a fan, you take everything apart. Gotta take it all apart. More unscrewing. I'm unscrewing this. There's a little capacitor there. Oh, by the way, you want to, you shouldn't do this project or you'll get electrocuted and die. I'm an ordained electrician. Ordained by God. And, so I can do this, but capacitors can hold charge. So if you take out a pair of fan, a lot of them have capacitors in them. And they can store charge, which could kill you. So, if you're not an ordained electrician, ordained by God, and immune to electricity, like I am, then you can't do this. So don't do this. You just sit there and watch me do it. You sit there and you watch YouTube, and don't you ever try this. You understand me? Okay. Unscrew that. Got another spring there, I think. Or something. No, or something. Alright, there's this plastic piece there. Okay, yeah, there's the spring. That's the spring. And I think I dropped the bearing. There it is. It only took me a quick 10-minute search to find it. Alright, naughty! Punish! Punish! Okay. That's a plastic thing. I'm just seeing if there's anything in there. Connecting the plastic switch to the thing. I had to crack it. But there's nothing there. It's just all plastic. There's the other plastic piece. There's nothing there, just plastic. Alright, now I'm unscrewing the 4 screws that hold the, where am I? Oh no, I'm unscrewing this screw, or something. Yeah, I'm unscrewing the 4 screws that hold the motor together. I'm disassembling the motor now. Gotta get those 4 screws out. And then it's kind of hard to lift off, I guess, because the switch is in the way. Yeah, that switch is wired in and everything, or whatever that is. It's like a thing that turns up and down the, you know. Alright, and there's a close-up of the inside, the electromagnets. It's a AC motor. The thing in the middle is an axle with a ferrite thing on it. Ferrite disc. No, an iron disc. And there's the outside. There's the little switch thing. Twisty switch for twisting up and down the volume of the fan. Make it spin faster or slower. Now I'm unscrewing this thing. I think that's a little plastic piece there. And a little screw. That's a greasy gear that was in there. I don't need that. I don't like greasy gears. It's a plastic gear that's greasy. Okay, and I ripped one of the wires out of that little, volume switch, or whatever, for changing the speed of the fan. And now I'm trying to rip the other end of the power cord out of that thing that I bungled, that little, because the aluminum, I pulled the plastic off, but the aluminum grippy thing is still there gripping the wires together, so I'm chopping that in half. Get that chopped in half. Alright, so the wires are loose. So there's the power cord. Get that plastic piece off of there. That's just a piece of plastic. Throw that away. Alright, and then now I have the power cord. That's a nice power cord there. Look at how nice that is. You ever seen a power cord that nice before? That's a nice power cord. And I didn't pay a damn thing for it. It was ethnically sourced. Okay, so now I'm lifting off the electromagnet deal there that still has the capacitor attached, which will kill you if you do this. And I'm trying to, okay, so there's some plastic washers and stuff on the axle, but what I want to do next is try to tackle the taking off of the fan blade. So to take off the fan blade, I had to use a vice grips here onto the axle, and then I twist in the opposite direction where it says tighten, and it's the opposite way as you'd think. I think I'm turning it to the right to take it off. Yeah, it says tighten, and it has an arrow going to the left. So now I get this plastic thing off, and then the fan blade comes off. This is number 5 plastic, by the way. All this stuff, but I don't know if the recycling man will take it. It's dusty as hell and everything. So the recycling man might not take it, even though it says it's number 5 plastic. So yeah. Alright, and then there's the axle thing. I'm unscrewing this last plastic piece from there. Gotta unscrew that last plastic piece from there. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so I got the plastic piece off, got this thing there. That's what's left. Oh, there's hair on the axle. There's hair wrapped around the axle. Maybe that's why it stopped running. Maybe that's why the fan stopped working. Write down in the comments how disgusting it is that there's hair on there. Actually, I don't even know if it's hair. It might be yarn. Or some kind of thing. I don't know if it's hair or if it's some kind of yarn or string. But yeah, I have to cut it off with a knife. Write down in the comments how disgusting that is. Someone probably died in this fan. It looks like it tore somebody's whole head. It scalped somebody. There's like a whole head worth of hair on this thing. Somebody got the hair stuck in the fan and they died in that fan. Okay? They had to get a haircut. They got scalped. As in, you know. Okay, and then there's like this hole in the axle with this thing through it that's hard to get out. It's a thing, and you can't get anything off the axle. It's like this little pin that sticks in the axle, in this hole in the axle. So I had to use my actual vice grips. There I am struggling with it. I ended up having to take my vice grips and grab it with my vice grips and pull it off that way. Alright. And then now this part comes off. This metal piece. Sort of. You have to kind of rip it off. And then there is the axle with the iron core on it. Put that aside. And there's the electromagnet. I ripped off the I ripped off the electromagnet. And here's the I was ripping off that switch thing. And now I have to cut off the I'm cutting off the zip ties that are holding on the wires. What were you looking at? Okay, so there's the electromagnet piece there. And now, pulling off the switch thing there. And there's like a little, thing that looks like a resistor, but I think it's a thermal switch on there. You'll see that later. some more. And now I have to get this screw off. I had to use the vice grips. Okay, so I'm taking it off of the vice grips. That wasn't very easy. I finally got it off. Got those two pieces of metal separated. There's the little screw. That piece of crap screw. Damn. Alright. And then, let's see. Okay, so I think we're done. These are all the tools that I needed to take that stupid little fan apart. And here are the metal parts. They're actually aluminum or maybe zinc. They won't attract to a magnet, as you can see, except for the center parts. There's some steel. I took that off later, not on camera, unfortunately. There's the capacitor. That thing will kill you. There it is. Max temperature 70 Celsius. 250 volts AC. 50-60 hertz, 4 microfarads. So there's your little capacitor. There is the thermal switch, I think. It looks like a resistor, but I think it's a thermal switch. It says 102 degrees Celsius, and I think that turns off the fan if it reaches that temperature, or whatever. There is the, the variable switch, for varying AC current. There's the electromagnet core thing. There's the axle with the iron core and some stuff on it. There's the human hair. I told you it was ethnically sourced. And now there's the pile of plastic junk. One pile of plastic junk to go. And there are the screws and stuff and like a couple ball bearings. And there is the power cord. So that's it. Okay, there's the fan.